Good evening, I'm Jennifer Sheahen. If you've been tuned into WENY for the past 2 hours or so, we've been in special report. A mass shooting in San Bernardino, California, which is about 60 miles from Los Angeles, has left at least 14 people dead and several others wounded. While last reports say several shooters may be involved in this situation, as of right now, no suspects are in custody. Brandy Hitt is in San Bernardino as police search for the gunman. And authorities in Steuben County say a man fired a gun at 2 sheriff's deputies this morning in Tuscarora. According to the Steuben County Sheriff's Office, 2 deputies responded to a call of a man walking with a long gun and flashlight on Watson Creek Road. The deputies didn't find anyone outside, but noticed a person walking around inside the home at 8624 Watson Creek. Authorities say the person started to make threats from inside, so they called for assistance and moved back from the home. That's when they say the man opened the front door and shot at them. Officials took 37-year-old Randy Burdick into custody a few minutes later when he tried to leave the area in a vehicle. No one was injured. Burdick was taken to the Corning Hospital for physical and psychological evaluation. He was charged with 2 counts of reckless endangerment and will be taken to the Steuben County Jail on $50,000 bail. This January, a familiar face will be missing from the Elmira Police Department. Police Chief Michael Robertson has announced he will be retiring from the force effective in January. Robertson began his career with the Elmira Police Department 29 years ago. He has served as the Chief of Police for the past 5 years. During his time, Robertson served as Deputy Chief of Operations, and he worked in the Patrol and Detective Bureaus. The Chief tells WENY News even though he will be gone, the city will still be in good hands. If you live in Schuyler County or are just passing through, you may have noticed blue wreaths popping up at local fire departments and county buildings. Today, WENY's Samantha Potter went to find out what they're all about and how long they'll be sticking around. Governor Tom Wolf says he'll have no choice but to remove Kathleen Kane as Pennsylvania's Attorney General if the state Senate votes for it. He says the question is whether senators will invoke a provision in the state constitution to remove Kane from her elected office. It takes a 2/3 vote. A special committee voted 5-2 last week to recommend the full Senate launch a formal process to remove Kane. She continues to run her office with a suspended law license, all while fighting charges she leaked confidential information and lied about it. An early peek at November job growth is looking good. Payroll processor ADP says the private sector added 217,000 jobs last month. Analysts say that's higher than expected and marks a second straight month of strong, steady growth. It also makes it more likely the Fed will raise interest rates this month. The Labor Department's federal jobs report is due out on Friday.